line at 936-647-3776.
You're listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZW LP Conroe.
And 106.1 KZCC LP Conroe. And worldwide on irlonestar.com.
Good morning, Montgomery County. irlonestar.com. Mornings with Lone Star. Friday, August 3rd, 2018. Hanging out in the studio downtown Conroe, Texas, broadcasting live. Yes, that's right. We're live today for this Friday. Yeah, we're broadcasting live on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, irlonestar.com, and of course, Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Good morning, everybody. Don't forget, if you have any comments, questions, or reports we need to know about, let us know through our social media. A lot of people choose to go on our Facebook Live and chat with us there, and I can chat with you back pretty quickly. Yeah. So, good morning to Skippy.
Good morning to my dick.
Man, that just caught me off guard. I'm sorry. Good.
See, I love my dick today because my dick brought me some breakfast tacos.
Oh, those are working tacos today.
We got some work. Those just
They're
made
so
the day
good. So
better.
good. Well, let's do some weather and traffic and then get into the regular programming here on Mornings with Lone Star. Looking at traffic conditions in the area, I'm not seeing any accidents or incidences. If you are heading to Houston, you're going to run into some trouble right there at I-10. Highway 69 is good to go on the Splendora, Patton Village, and New Caney side. Everything else looking good. What's the weather like?
Well, can you believe that right now it's in the 70s in Conroe? Isn't that awesome? 79
Yeah, it took
degrees.
a while. I walked over to the working taco place.
You did? You're not
Yeah,
bathed in
this
sweat.
is what I saw. I saw a runaway dog, and then I saw a man catcall a woman.
Do you know, and I was going to talk about this yesterday.
I was very confused for a good minute. I was like, is he talking to somebody? And then I saw this pretty lady with, dressed up. And I was like, is he literally yelling at her across the street going, hey, lady, looking good.
In yesterday's headlines, it is now illegal to catcall in France.
On yesterday's headlines? What's that mean?
I was going to talk about it yesterday, but we ran out of time. Yeah, it's illegal to catcall in France now. You can get slapped with fines and stuff.
I wonder how they'd prove that.
Well, everything's videoed now. And also, sometimes all it takes is, the victim or alleged victim to say, hey, he or she catcalled me, and that person is suddenly destroyed. But weather, so 79 degrees, only going to get up to 95 today. Sunshiny all day, all night. Well, sunshiny during the day, moonshiny at night.
Hey.
And down to 71. Check this out. Tomorrow, some storms going to come in, and 89 degrees. Won't even break 90 tomorrow. And then we're going to have kind of cloudy, stormy weather over the next few days. Only going to keep around the low to mid 90s. Not nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you. I think the 100-degree days are behind us.
This month, the school starts, right?
Yes.
The school starts, right?
Yes. The 15th, I think, for CISD.
It's scattered throughout. I know Montgomery's like the 20-something.
Right. I was surprised that my daughter's going back so early. It's the 15th or 16th, right around.
Well, they're just getting ready for another Harvey, just in case.
Right. Speaking of which, I need to renew my flood insurance. I got the letter.
I'm glad we're on the air talking about that.
I just remember, PSA from Skippy, if you have flood insurance, make sure you don't let it lapse, because the second you do, you can repurchase it, but there's a 90-day moratorium. So there's that gap of 90 days that you have no coverage. And that almost bit me. When I got my flood insurance, I had to wait the 30 days. And 33 days later is when Harvey hit. If I'd been 4 days later in buying my flood insurance for that year, I would have been hosed. So PSA, if you have it, make sure it's renewed. And if you don't have it, get it. Get your flood insurance. I don't care if, big hurricane season, little hurricane season, global warming, no global warming, whatever. If, we flooded here. So that's your weather PSA from Skippy.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Today's show, again, we're broadcasting live. We're going to have the Conroe Aquatic Center lifeguard team in the studio. They won some competitions. We're going to learn more about lifeguards. If you have questions for them, feel free to submit them via Facebook or Mornings of Lone Star. Or, you can call in, leave a message, 936-647-3776. And then outside that, they're going to be in here. That's going to be a lot of fun. And they are the 2018 lifeguard champion at the Gulf Coast Aquatic Association.
That's so cool.
So we're going to talk about that and how many lives they've actually saved in their lives and all that kind of stuff.
Right. How many drug deals they've stopped and human trafficking scenarios.
I think that was the only redeemable thing about the new Baywatch remake was that table scene where they're having dinner or lunch and they're all making like basically jabs at how horrible the TV show was. Because that one character, that Zac Efron character, is like, listen to you people. Why are y'all investigating these drug deals? Like, we're lifeguards. We're not police. And it's like this whole, have you seen that movie yet?
No, but because of you, I am going to watch
it. I think it's on Amazon or something, but like there's that scene is just really funny because they literally go through they're doing that normal thing. Like, what about that one time when so-and-so, and they did this whole like 3 or 4 plots from Baywatch TV that were so ridiculous, like some diamond smuggling through surfboards. And it got ridiculous, but so they're going to be in the studio, and I doubt they've ran into that kind of trouble, but so let's go on to the regular programming. We're just going to be going through headlines, talking about them.
Cool.
I think what jumped out at me the most is former wrestler Kane was elected mayor of Knox County.
Knox County. Where's that?
I'm going to find out right now. But do you know who Kane is?
He's the wrestler.
Yes.
Is he like a Hulk Hogan kind of wrestler?
Well, he was always the bad guy.
Okay, so he was who were the bad guys back in the day? Like the grave digger?
Well, he was partners with the grave digger.
He was okay. So if he was partners,
he's a big man too.
Well,
but yeah,
I think my professional wrestling
I'm looking
days
up
are behind me.
where it actually is. It's in the United States. Does that help you at all?
Yeah, Knox County, Knox. It kind of sounds like it's Nebraska.
I think it's Knoxville, Tennessee.
Oh, okay. There you go. Knox County from Knoxville, Tennessee.
Something like that.
Yeah, it is Tennessee. I just came across the headline here.
But he's a big man. And do you think this is going to be something similar to Celebrity Ambitions? Slowly going to become like 23%, 25% of all elected officials are going to be celebrities?
No, not really, because it's been, from Reagan to not Savage, Jesse the Body Ventura being governor of Minnesota.
Mm-hmm. Well, those guys have a history, and like especially Arnold Schwarzenegger is probably the biggest.
Mm-hmm.
I would think outside of Donald Trump or Ronald Reagan, because I wasn't really around for Ronald Reagan, so I don't know how big of an actor he was. I don't know if he was like a Clark Gable kind of actor, or was he more of like a C-list actor?
No, he was B+ actor. He was in some good movies. Beyond Bedtime for Bonzo with the chimpanzee, but no, he had the athleticism of Gerald Ford, because Ford was a great football player. You wouldn't know in his later years every time he fell down the steps of Air Force One.
So Dennis, one of our listeners on Facebook, said he was the brother of Gravedigger in the storyline.
Oh, really?
So do you think they're going to make a political push in the future together for publicity reasons?
With the Gravedigger?
Yeah, he comes out and supports Kane.
Well,
because it got me thinking. When I saw this, I was like, clearly there's a backstory to this man being elected mayor, because it's kind of small town kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And his real name is just Glenn Jacobs, and he's a Republican.
Boring.
He's a Republican. He ran as a Republican, but it got me thinking, like, all right, so when he wasn't wrestling, was he just hanging out in this town? Is he from this town? And then that's why I'm thinking, like, how did Arnold Schwarzenegger get governor? Besides being like a movie star, was he actually involved in California politics?
No, he
did marry a politic woman, right?
Well, he married a Kennedy, Maria Shriver.
Does that automatically put you in the political game?
No, because the Kennedys are Democratic and Schwarzenegger ran as Republican. Schwarzenegger actually went on, I believe it was Jay Leno, one of the nighttime shows, could have been Leno, could have been Carson, and talked about the governor who had been duly elected, and Schwarzenegger said that things were so bad that he was going to push for a special election and run for governor. And he announced it on the Tonight Show, I believe. Certainly wasn't Letterman. It was Leno or Carson. And that's people went, yeah, and that's what started it. He actually took a cue from the Bill Clinton school of political candidacy, with Clinton going on again, Leno or Carson, or no, Arsenio Hall. That's right. Leno went on Arsenio Hall with the sunglasses and the saxophone, playing songs and being cool. And everyone was, oh my gosh, we have a cool presidential candidate.
Well, how do you think? Because isn't California predominantly Democratic?
Well, they're
in their populated areas.
Yeah, in their populated areas.
So how does the governor work? How did he get that?
Oh, governor can swing both ways. I think Texas has had easily as many Democratic governors as Republicans. It's the cities. Austin is very blue.
Yeah. Well, so is Houston.
Houston, very blue. Well, kind of purple though. Houston's been kind of nonpartisan. We'll elect a Republican or Democrat.
I'm just looking at the election maps and it looks pretty blue over here.
Yeah, but how they vote. The thing about Houston, well, you have that, but Dallas pretty red. So it depends. But Texas itself has been pretty purple over the years. We had Ann Richards during the Bush years. You know, poor George. Her voice always just drove me crazy. It's personal.
We got Dennis's attention because he shared a story. He brought his son and they met Kane backstage. And
really,
he says a sweet guy and a family man. You know, and that's what I'm thinking. Like, I feel like there's more to a story about this guy because I mean, being mayor. I mean, how big of a deal in the sense of like world politics? It's not that big of a deal, is it? Like, how many presidents have we had that were mayors?
Ooh, good question.
Because I always imagined the president has like a step, like basically a staircase to that seat. So there's strategies. Oh, you need to run for this at this age. By this age, you got to be doing this. Because I mean that happens, right? People have that conversation.
Yeah, but it's not typically a stepping stone to go from mayor
to the next
to something really huge
like that. So, for example, yesterday we had I went to that Conroe opening. Remember, we had those lovely ladies talking about old Isaac Conroe's house. So I went to the opening of it, and so we had the state rep, we had the state senator, and also the U.S. senator there. So if I'm a Texas state rep, Will Metcalf, what's my next move? According to this thing we're talking about.
Well, here's the thing. I would think either Texas governor, lieutenant governor, or a U.S. senator or congressman.
Okay.
However, look at our other state rep, Mark Keogh. Surprised a lot of people by throwing his hat in and winning the primary for county judge. And I'd actually asked him about that. I was like, isn't that kind of a down step? You know, you're a state rep and now you're county. He's like, well, you know, my state representation is a certain, you know, division of the state. And I don't want to go into too much detail, but he said he felt that he would do a much better job as county judge based on the current commissioner's court situation. Even if it was a down step.
So we're in situations now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's Skippy's word, not his. Like I said, I'm severely paraphrasing.
Okay. Well, we're going to take a break.
Is this Baywatch or Baywatch Nights?
Oh, there's a Baywatch Nights. I forgot.
Yeah.
There's like 2 seasons of that. Wow.
Yeah.
No, this is the original
Lifeguards
Baywatch
by
thing.
day.
Wonderful.
Private detectives by night.
We're going to take a break. Today's show brought to you by Conroe Coffee and Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Folks, stick around. We're going to have real lifeguards in the studio later in today's show. Check out full lineup, irlonestar.com.
Conroe Coffee is a local coffee shop located in the heart of downtown Conroe at 206 North Main Street, Conroe, Texas. Conroe Coffee serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with other treats and coffee. For more information regarding store hours and delivery in downtown Conroe, Conroe Coffee is on Facebook or by telephone at 936-266-7632.
We would like to thank Conroe Coffee for being a supporter of Lone Star Community Radio and our morning sponsor with Mornings with Lone Star.
Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show, with monthly and weekly slots available on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776.
Business office cleaning is available in the Montgomery County area from Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, with scheduled cleaning services such as floor care, window care, trash collection, restroom disinfection, and stair and elevator cleaning. Clean Sweep can service a business one time or on a regular schedule, with daily, weekly, and monthly options. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning can be found online at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or by calling 832-689-7996. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Take back your time and let us make your office shine. Mornings with Lone Star is sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
Listen in Mondays at noon to hear Conroe news from local nonprofits, businesses, upcoming events, Conroe Park events, news stories, and information that matters to you with your host, Margie Taylor of Taylorized PR. For more information about being a guest, visit irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture.
Want to check out the fastest growing sport in the world? It's right here in Conroe, Texas, and it's roller derby. Conroe Roller Derby is a nonprofit recreational league of women and men who want you to come and check out the fast-paced, hard-hitting game of roller derby. The Conroe Cutthroats practice at Rainbow Roller Rink on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. You can find our game schedule and more information on our website, www.conroerollerderby.com.
Welcome back. Are you ready? Morning's Lone Star, irlonestar.com/NWLS, broadcasting live on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Check us out. All right. We're talking about Kane, the former WWFE, whatever their acronym is right now, that he is now mayor of Knox County. And we had a listener chime in that seemed like a good family man. So congratulations to those guys doing that. I wonder what his next move is.
It could be, again, if you start state, you tend to stay state. So I would think either like lieutenant governor or governor would be, and he could use the Jesse Ventura playbook.
Well, who do you think in our lifetime is going to be the next celebrity president? Because, that confused me a lot when people kept saying Trump is a reality TV star. And I was like, yeah, but I was like, I remember him being the loudmouth New Yorker. That's how I remember reading stories about Trump. And
well, look at Jerry Springer.
Yeah, wasn't he
mayor of Pittsburgh?
Mayor of Pittsburgh, and then he went to do Jerry Springer.
Yeah, so
that was a lateral move, right?
Yes, probably. Trump, of course, trying to put his name on as many things as humanly possible,
which I find hilarious.
Right, the Trump this, Trump that. It was inevitable he would run, and it just caught everybody off guard. And I mean, everybody, including him, that he actually won. And I think it was just a perfect storm of people going, well, we're tired of the political.
Let's look at the reality of The Rock. If The Rock ran for something right now, I think he's more of an Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, he'd be a governor, whatever state he's most popular.
What's the highest position job where you don't have to actually do anything in politics?
Vice president.
You think so?
Vice president has two major responsibilities. One, be ready to
survive.
Yeah, survive.
Yeah.
To take the presidency in the event of the invocation of the 25th Amendment, for instance, or something like that. And to be the vice president is also the president of the Senate. There are 100 senators. The vice president is the president is the 101st vote. So if there's a 50-50 split, he or she, historically always been he, is the tiebreaker. And that's it.
Okay. Well, he's done a couple things then, right? He's broken ties.
Broken ties.
Okay. Well, that's fine. We can move on. I thought that was really interesting because I remember watching Kane. I remember how many times he came back from the dead and those kind of things.
See, I totally missed him. So I feel I've lost something.
Have you been seeing this New York Times editor being hit in the news? Where
The new lady
who's part of the tech part of she's like the editing board. I guess the New York Times has a board of editors, and all these tweets came out from, I don't know, 5 years ago or something like that. Again, I encourage people to check this out because it's one of those things where you go, no one would ever do that. No one ever would just like go online and say those things with their name next to it. Because that's why you do anonymous kind of stuff, right, folks? Like when you go online, you create an alternate ego. So you can say these weird things. But she said some really weird things.
And she can't back out like the joy bearer saying, oh, it wasn't me, because the New York Times actually said, we knew about these tweets when we were interviewing her and we hired her anyway. Which surprised me because these are...
well, people said you do the litmus test. I don't know if I'm using that correctly.
Okay, well, litmus test
where you substitute a word. So she said a lot of things against white people,
right?
And so there's like one guy online I was reading. It makes, I don't know if that's like a real way to see if it's racist, but you just replace the word with another,
replace with black, Jewish, Asian,
and then you're like, oh, well, that looks bad. So why do you think they didn't fire her immediately? Because we've been talking about some people.
Well, they didn't have to fire her. They just should have not hired her.
Well, I mean, that's
the New York Times said they knew about these tweets when they were interviewed
because they're pretty bad. Like,
yeah,
it's not just like kind of offhand, especially with the context of Twitter. You don't really know where they're coming from. Because that's one thing you can argue with, like a Roseanne Barr situation where she's a comedian. So when you're a comedian first, your job's a comedian. Like, do you just kind of take everything you say as a joke? But like hers, she didn't have any context of what she was saying. She just randomly started babbling on Twitter. But then again, she's a comedian, so it's like, all right, maybe that's her thing. But when this lady who's just a normal, like, it's just like me, and I'm a journalist, and I just kind of go on there and start talking like severe language. I would call it severe language. Would you say that the stuff she said was pretty severe?
Oh yes, that was if I'd said it, I'd be friendless.
Yeah, and that's one thing I'm just trying to figure out. Like, why would you do that?
Well, got him in the headlines. It's not helping the cause of we're
non-biased,
objective.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I encourage people to check it out. Just look up New York Times, Twitter or whatever, and they'll find it. But it just it amazes me the story. Like again, we talked in the past about you always go by examples, and there's so many great examples in the past year about this resurfaced about this person. This is how we behaved. Like the company wise, like look at Papa John's. He's still trying to fight to be the Papa John, to be Papa. And I'm like, I bet you anything, everyone in that boardroom is just like, can you just go away?
Go away.
Just go away. But no, he won't. He's going to go on, his local radio station.
I believe what he'll eventually do is try to get money to do a startup, competing pizza business or restaurant. And it won't get past the city phase.
So this is my proposal. If I was one of the board people, and they're like, all right, so let's look at it like this. His name's Papa John's. He is the face of the company. How can we get him back? And this is what I would do. I said, all right, so we're gonna do an IHOP thing. We're gonna rename the brand temporarily, call it Mama John's, and we're gonna dress up Papa John's like a woman. And so we, like, as the board, and without him knowing, we get to laugh at his face because we see him dressing up as, someone else, and he's got to act like Mama John's. And it's like a punishment between the board and him, but the public sees it as a joke. And how much I think it'd be funny.
That could work.
It could work though. So if he dresses up as a woman and call it Mama John's, and I'm talking like he does like the fake Italian mama accent and all that kind of stuff.
Eat your mozzarella.
Yeah. You don't think that would be, and you put like rosy cheeks on him?
Oh my goodness, that would actually work, I believe.
Yeah.
No, if they were smart. The board. How old is this kid now? Because what year was it that they did the whole Dad? Come,
Bo.
Yeah, Bo.
Man, I can't believe I know that video. I don't know. He's probably like 18 now.
Well, they may wait for a few years and then give it to him.
A listener, Dennis, Mamma Mia. They could have done a cross promotion, guys.
Mamma Mia, that's a spicy pizza roll.
Give me your best female Mamma Mia cook. Like how would an aggressive Italian mama cooking pizza sound like?
An aggressive mom,
because like the Italian cook, like actual Italian chefs are very aggressive in the kitchen, and so that's what. That'd be really funny though. So what do you think about my idea?
I love your idea. I think
it's
it
a
would
great
work.
idea. I think it would work. And you temporarily do it. By the way, I was reading that the IHOP thing worked.
I did too, which surprised me.
It went
so
up like
it was
8%
like a whole
or 8
gag.
to 12%.
Well, we went.
Yeah, we're never going back.
Right, well, that's the point. Let's see the next month's numbers.
Now they're just going to sell out. We got all their cash. That was worth it.
Well, they bumped them up for. I think we're going to find out that maybe the long term they may have increased their customer base by maybe 2% than normal. Because we went. Everyone. Here's the thing. For the first month after New Coke was invented, everyone drank it.
Well, do you think that they did their internal review and they're like, hey, when people come, like out of every 10 people that come to IHOP, one person gets not breakfast food. So we either need to cut it from the menu or we need to reintroduce, we do other food than breakfast food.
I think they need to rebrand themselves more to where they're the alternate Denny's, because they are, but they don't market themselves as such. Denny's, think about it. Denny's, we go. Well, it's not that we go for breakfast so much.
I mean, that has to be a hard part of managing a restaurant where you have all this food that no one eats because everyone's eating breakfast food. So it's like, you can only keep hamburger patties there for so long, and then they're gonna be crap afterwards.
Exactly, but that's their problem is they market themselves as it's in their names, International House of Pancakes. Now, they could just go to IHOP like Kentucky Fried Chicken did. They just went to KFC. In another 5 years, their primary demographic is not going to know what KFC stands for. It's just the initials. It's like AT&T. So if they could just go with IHOP, but expand their menu and say, we're always open, basically do the Denny's playbook. We're always open. It's not the fact that, breakfast is our specialty, but our big specialty is you're 3 a.m. and you got the munchies.
That's what Waffle House for.
Is Waffle House 24 hours?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, see, well, they too need to market themselves a little better.
No, they don't.
Oh yeah, you don't want the people
They're
going to
doing
Waffle.
just fine.
I'm taking you to Waffle House soon, my friend.
I got a Waffle House hat over the weekend.
Make America waffle again.
No, it was actually it was a very nice waitress. She was wearing this hat, and I go, hey, listen, I want to buy a hat here. How much does it cost? And like, I want it. I want to get a hat. She just goes, I don't think we can do that. I don't think we can sell it, but let me see what I can do. And then she comes back and gives her food. And she's like, yeah, we got a whole bunch in the back. When y'all leave, I'll give you one.
Aww.
And so she gave me one.
So was the Waffle House?
I got it.
Is it a yellow hat?
No, it's black with yellow lettering.
Okay.
I was kind of hoping for the camo one because the camo one looked pretty boss. But I'm not going to be picky about it because I finally got something. You
would be so gangsta in your camouflage Waffle House ball cap.
I was very proud of myself. And that lady was really nice. Nice tip, too, for her. But you're listening to Lone Star Community Radio. We got to take a break.
We got lifeguards coming in.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. And it is 9:30 right now on Lone Star Community Radio. You're listening mornings to Lone Star. We'll be right back.
Business office cleaning is available in the Montgomery County area from Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, with scheduled cleaning services such as floor care, window care, trash collection, restroom disinfection, and stair and elevator cleaning. Clean Sweep can service a business one time or on a regular schedule, with daily, weekly, and monthly options. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning can be found online at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or by calling 832-689-7996. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Take back your time and let us make your office shine. Mornings with Lone Star is sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
Lone Star Community Radio is Montgomery County's radio station with talk, music, weather, and traffic for Montgomery County. Have a question, comment about one of our shows? Want to know how to reach a host? Just contact the station on irlonestar.com or call in and leave a message at 936-647-3776. Get involved with your community with Lone Star Community Radio.
Conroe Coffee is a local coffee shop located in the heart of downtown Conroe at 206 North Main Street, Conroe, Texas. Conroe Coffee serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with other treats and coffee. For more information regarding store hours and delivery in downtown Conroe, Conroe Coffee is on Facebook or by telephone at 936-266-6996. 7632.
We would like to thank Conroe Coffee for being a supporter of Lone Star Community Radio and our morning sponsor with Mornings with Lone Star.
An estimated 1 in 10 births will result in a neonatal intensive care stay, also known as the NICU. Overnight, a family can find themselves and their newborn baby in a critical situation. The Mila Foundation financially and spiritually assists families in need. If you would like to volunteer or become a monthly sponsor, please visit us at www.themilafoundation.org. Again, that's www.themilafoundation.org, because every life matters.
Hey, Montgomery County and online listeners. Thank you so very much for checking out Jazzy Vibes with Soul. What? You haven't done so yet? Well, you've got to tune in. Hi, I am the host of Jazzy Vibes with Soul, Miss CeCe Holmes, and I invite you to check us out every Friday and Saturday from 7 until 9 p.m., where you will get the best in old school R&B, and of course, a little smooth jazz to make it jazzy. So tune in. That's right, tune in every Friday and Saturday right here on Conroe's 104.5 and 106.1 FM, or worldwide at irlongstar.com.
Business office cleaning is available in the Montgomery County area from Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, with scheduled cleaning services such as floor care, window care, trash collection, restroom disinfection, and stair and elevator cleaning. Clean Sweep can service a business one time or on a regular schedule, with daily, weekly, and monthly options. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning can be found online at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or by calling 832-689-7996. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Take back your time and let us make your office shine. Mornings with Lone Star is sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
Our talk shows and music shows are looking for sponsors. Want to expand your brand awareness? Reach the hyperlocal audience in Montgomery County? Lone Star Community Radio sponsorships accomplish this. Want to see our stats and rates? Check out irlonestar.com/sponsor for more information. Or call in and leave us a message at 936-647-3776 with your questions. Get seen on TV, YouTube, and heard on our podcast, FM, and internet radio. Support your local radio station with Lone Star Community Radio.
Welcome back. Morning's Lone Star, Dick and Skippy. To my left is Dick.
Hey.
Looking straight down. It's me, it's Skippy. And we got a room full of aquatic people here.
Yeah.
Like the boys and girls from Atlantis. 9:35 on the dot on August the 3rd. Hope you're enjoying us. We are sponsored today by Conroe Coffee and Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. We cannot wait for Clean Sweep to come in and we'll clean out our trash can. Come on in, guys. We miss you. And enjoying some delicious Conroe coffee. I'm going to take my sip. Dick, take it.
Hi.
And I'm back. Okay, so weather right now, it's finally broken 80 degrees out there. We are all the way up to 82. It's going to get up to 95, but got some storms coming tomorrow. Keep it a little upper 80s instead. Looking forward to that. So we have a room full of lifeguards here.
Are they?
Like 42 of them.
They're not wearing bathing suits.
I know. We were expecting the whole Baywatch thing. We're playing the music. If you can't hear, there's a little dial there. You can turn up the volume. You should be able to hear the music and stuff.
There we go.
There you go. Okay. Now I can tell that they weren't getting the joke.
Well, we have a full room, and I want y'all to take turns introducing yourselves. And don't forget your microphone is on your here right there. There you go. And so if we start here with the young lady.
Hello, my name's Alyssa.
Everyone say hi, Alyssa.
Hi, Alyssa.
Hello.
All right, there we go.
I'm Kyle Bartlett.
Kyle. Hello, Kyle.
I'm Race Nunley.
Hello, Race. And then I know
everyone else just call out just loud and the mics will pick you up.
I'm Diana Simeon.
Zach Clark.
All right.
Kevin Rajo.
Get a little close here, guys.
Awesome.
And you?
And Kayla Daniels.
All right. So are y'all all certified lifeguards?
Yes.
Yes.
And these are members
Pretty
of
impressive.
the Conroe Aquatic Center.
Okay.
So they're all.
So you're just down the street.
Yes.
That's where y'all work for the summer, or just like who's a full-time lifeguard?
We don't have any full-time lifeguards, but we're full-time employees.
City employees. Okay. So you're there when you're in a pinch.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, I saw this press release of you guys winning a competition. And so I immediately thought of like obstacle courses and like, fake heavy dolls in the
CPR
water.
dummies.
Yeah. So is that what am I thinking on the right track here? Or is this just like a beauty contest?
No, you're along the right track. It's a competition based on how well you know your skills.
Okay. So there's actually like a paper test.
Yeah. No, there used to be a competition that had a paper test. This one is all skills. So you walk into a room and there's a scenario before you, and you have to do the scenario 100% correctly to get all the points.
Okay.
But you're pretty much judged on how well you know your material, how well you know your skill, and then you get judged on that, and then you get ranked between other cities. And so we were at the Gulf Coast competition, so it's all the city of Houston, El Campo, city of Galveston. So we were competing against all those,
and you beat them.
So what you just described also sounds like an escape room. So kind of separated what kind of skills. It's like you walk into a room and there's where's the shark bite or
Well, I would say it's more of how you respond to emergencies and how well you respond to emergencies. So they throw us into a scenario and someone starts drowning, but it all depends on how they start drowning, whether they're active or passive. We respond to emergency situations, first aid situations. So at the El Campo one, there was a diabetes emergency, right? And so there are certain things, there's certain steps and procedures that you have to go through in order to get the highest amount of points in order to beat those other teams.
Is it team-based scoring or is it individual-based?
So they'll divide us up. So in that specific diabetes scenario, they're like A and C or whichever ones we got marked on our arm, they would take us into that scenario. So sometimes we were split up and sometimes we were all together.
Well, we have a listener who's worried now because who's watching the pool right now?
we have a staff of 80 lifeguards.
80 lifeguards to watch one pool?
Well, that water park that's over at the pool, it takes a lot of us to run it in one day. So there's 80 of us. We have 80 lifeguards that watch our pool.
Yeah. Dude, I could get hired and just lose myself in the mob, never have to do anything.
So now that I know it's team based and we're all here, who's the weakest link?
Oh my gosh!
Y'all can sell somebody out. It's okay. You can point.
Yeah, no one's listening anyway. So
you're good. I'm just kidding. You don't have to answer that. Oh, I thought it was really cool when I read that, and it sounds like it was a challenging deal. Now, did y'all go on to a bigger one? And I'm guessing, did that happen? Does it
we did go to there's regional qualifications.
Okay.
That was the regional qualification for state, which is connected to TAF, the Texas Amateur Athletic Federation. So we went to the state games, which is the top 3 teams of each region. So it's the 12 top teams that compete at state. We did go. We did compete. I haven't told them how they placed yet.
Announce it on the air, so you know.
They did really well at state. It is the 12 best teams all over the state. So we're talking like Schlitterbahn,
the big pools.
Yeah.
Rosenberg.
Yeah. We're the best though. We're the best.
So we did really well at state. But we didn't place in the top 10 at state.
Okay.
Well, obviously, there's a lot of corruption going on at the upper levels of this.
I can't believe you just said that on air.
Well, hey, I don't know why y'all be sad about that because it's pretty good to be at that level. And I'm saying, if a listener wants to go to that pool, you feel safe. They won't say, "Hey, you're worse than number 10." They're not gonna say that.
Yeah,
they're like, "Thank you for saving my life." So you don't fret on that kind of stuff.
I don't know. Alyssa looks pretty competitive. I think she may manufacture.
Absolutely.
She's gonna give some guy, let someone go in the pool within 30 minutes.
TAF. What is it? What's the acronym?
TAAF.
All right, let's see if we can give him a call.
TAF, yeah. We'll ask him about the rumors of graft and corruption at the upper levels. So, true, false. I eat a donut. Do I have to wait 30 minutes before I go in the pool?
False.
Then why did my mother lie to me all those years ago?
I don't even know where that came from.
Yeah,
I've already crushed some dreams on the air. I'm not going to crush anymore.
Okay, let's go over to Super Guard Race Nunley here.
Yeah.
So yeah, Race has been sitting there patiently waiting for his moment. So Race, Dick and I, we like to get prepared for our guests. So we binge watched a lot of Baywatch. So I want to know, how many drug rings and human trafficking rings have you personally stopped in your career as a lifeguard?
Especially at that pool.
Yeah.
We know it's something. We know it goes down there.
Just this summer, at least 6.
Whoa,
man,
that's hardcore.
No,
he's gonna get the Hasselhoff Award.
We don't have none of that going on. Our biggest worry is if they're wearing cotton in the pool or not.
Caught what?
We don't allow cotton in the pool.
Oh, pot. I think it's
No,
cotton.
cotton. Is he saying cotton or is he saying pot?
Well, I think he's getting caught in the pool, and I'm like, caught doing what? Then I'm hearing pot. So hold on.
Cotton
in the pool. Yes.
Cotton in the
like
pool.
the fabric.
Yes.
Yeah.
We don't
Who
allow
brings that
in the
into a pool?
Oh, I get it now.
You'd be surprised. Everyone.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Are all messing with me? What's going on right now?
Swear.
No,
that's
that's
true.
just one of our rules.
We don't allow cotton shirts. basketball
Okay.
shorts, we
I was
only
like, people are
allow-
putting cotton in their pockets, and it's like, oh, I forgot to take that out of my pocket before I get into the pool.
Q-tips floating down the lazy river. Well, actually, so let's lead to that, because I can't go in the pool. I'm Mr. Skin Cancer, so I got to wear a shirt and stuff. So what can I wear? What can someone wear if they want to go swimming?
We allow like fishing shirts, like Columbia PFG, or like dry fit shirts, anything like that.
Okay. Scuba gear
with the swimsuit.
With
Scuba
Yeah, you
gear,
gotta wear a
no,
swimsuit.
absolutely have to wear
That's a
swimsuit.
smart one right there.
Yeah.
Make sure you wear your bottoms.
You must have heard about me.
So tell me about the when you're not closed. How big are the parties? The Ragers? Because I used to live by one of my close friends next door was a lifeguard, and they definitely did some bad stuff.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just kidding. Y'all.
We got on the slide backwards, if that's what you mean.
Okay, so either if you're on the mic or not, what's the weirdest save you've ever had to do, maybe, or weirdest scenario? Something that didn't involve a cotton shirt.
I feel like it's all kind of pretty standard.
Well, that's
right?
what I'm saying. There's got to be something that
Somebody
just kind of pops
swallowed
out.
too much water, or
I had to save a mom and a daughter once. Daughter jumps in off the diving board. She can't swim. Mom jumps in to save her. She can't swim. So I saved both of them.
Okay, so how do you deal?
how do you allow people to come into a pool? Shouldn't that be like a normal? Hey, can you swim?
Yeah, there are height requirements.
How old
everything
was
else?
this daughter? Like an infant, kind of.
Probably 4, 5.
Okay, so that's forgiven right there.
Like,
But
mommy, look at me, look at me.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised how fearless some people are.
Well, I'll take it serious for a minute. Talking about fearless, you got to go in that situation. I'm sure you have 2 people who are thrashing violently and probably freakishly strong as a result. How do you handle something like that? I know me. I'm basically a cowardly, so there's no way I could dive into that. No, I'd be the 3rd victim at that point.
So basically, it comes down to which one you want to save first. It's kind of like importance wise.
Mhm.
Always go for the kid first, because the mom has a better chance in the end, right? Because she's stronger. She's able to do that. So you go for the kid first. And if you can get both of them at the same time, you do that. But I went for the kid first, put her on the wall, and then got the mom.
And happy ending all around.
Happy ending.
Okay, just if you ever see me in the pool, know that I have much more money than any of the kids in there. So if you want to rearrange your priorities a bit, that's okay with me.
So what are the perks being a lifeguard besides being cool? Oh, here we go. Passing it on.
Zach's getting it now.
Nice tan.
Oh, that's true. It's kind of an awkward tan, but tan nonetheless.
Okay, you guys realize that one day you're going to be my age, right? You don't want to look like a California raisin.
I make them watch a lot of skin cancer videos
Oh,
about
that's
putting
nice.
on sunscreen, and I make them watch a lot of videos. Try to make them not get super tan, but
Be smart,
Do
kids.
you-
Wear SPF 3000.
Do you guys have regulars at the pool that you kind of know?
Yes.
Are familiar with?
Bad end.
Because the
good.
pool used to be the place during the summer for me.
Yeah.
And that was especially when the adult swim would go. We try to cheat and swim while the adult. Y'all have adult swim? No,
Yeah.
none of that anymore.
Sort of in the lap pool, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now that I grew up, when I started doing lap swimming, that's when I realized these punk kids.
Yes.
So who does the chlorine and stuff? Is it chlorine based?
Yeah.
Is the pool? Y'all have a salt pool at all anywhere in the Conroe?
no.
Okay.
Salt pools are mostly residential pools.
Yeah, and I thought I could have sworn there was like one pool that was salt, but
Yeah.
Wait, what?
It's salt based, not chlorine based.
By the end of it, I mean you're just pouring salt in, but it's actually turning into chlorine.
Yeah.
It's just a softer version of chlorine than what
And
we
it tastes really good. So who does the chlorine then? Not you guys?
We have a full-time person that does all of our chemicals and everything, just because it's kind of
That's gotta be insane.
You mean I could have gotten into that instead of this gig?
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It really is.
His name is Steven. He does all the fountains in Conroe. He does the splash pad, and he does the
We need
water
to get
park.
Steven's phone number.
Yeah, big shout out to Steven, man.
He's the best. He's
Okay,
honestly
you
the
guys
best.
got to have practical joke stories. Because come on, this is like the summer spot. There's like everything goes down at the summer spot. And you're talking about what's the oldest lifeguard
Oh,
you have that's not a full-time
Joe.
employee?
Who?
Joe.
Corinda.
Oh.
Oh,
Like,
are you talking like the longest
like, you
they've been
guys-
there or
well,
the oldest?
Well, like you guys, do y'all go to are y'all in high school,
Well,
college?
we're mostly in college.
And so this is like a
one
summer
high school.
job kind of thing? Okay.
Yeah.
And then that's it. Like after y'all go back to school, y'all lifeguards at school too?
Yeah, well, it depends if you're if you're around. Some people stay and guard during the off season too.
Okay. Because I always thought that was an interesting job. Like with my neighbor, he would just do it. He'd get hired on weekends and stuff, and he'd be like, "Yeah, I'll have to go to Texarkana or something." Like, why the heck are you
What?
going all the way to Texarkana? So
They have water there.
yeah.
Just saying, Dick. So tell us again about this award for those who are like tuning in late and stuff, and how can they find out about you guys? And most importantly, if they want to become a lifeguard, what are the qualifications? What are the requirements, and how do they get about doing it?
Well, I'll go ahead and do that. Or do you want to do that? Kayla's our new operations person.
Okay, we're ready. So you have to be vocal.
So, yeah,
she said, "Hell no, I don't want to do it."
But to become a lifeguard, we hold classes for about 12 weeks in a row before summer starts. There are 2 weekend classes. It's $300 or no, sorry, $250. We went down in price. It's $215. You get to swim at 300. You have to tread for 2 minutes without your hands, and then you have to retrieve a brick from 12 feet, come back up and hold the brick to your chest and only kick back to a wall. So it's about 20 yards. And then it's a 2 weekend long class of learning all the rescues, first aid. The biggest thing that we learned is CPR, just because it is at a professional level. It's not like your basic CPR. It's the CPR that paramedics learn. So CPR at professional level, and then just learning how to be safe on the stand to keep everyone else in the pool safe.
Well,
Awesome.
I will say every time I swam in a pool, I always felt safe when there was a lifeguard.
Oh yeah, I won't go in without one. I am like
Really?
Oh, it's no secret how afraid of water I am. But I had to do the helicopter crash training.
Mhm.
They wanted to certify me to go out to fly out to oil rigs
Mhm.
once, and that was after the fourth dunk. I had to do 7, and I was ready to walk. I was like, they can't fire me for not finishing that. But the instructor there was really cool. This was out in Katy.
Hold on,
This one.
slow down again. So helicopter.
Yeah, it's this day-long training where like the first 4 hours you're watching all these videos of people just dying horribly off of oil rigs. And if you go through that, then you have lunch, then you get in the pool, and it's this huge like NASA pool, and they like throw coolers and debris in there and say, okay, float for the next half hour. So I learned how to take my jumpsuit and blow into it. And then they bring out the helicopter simulator, which dunks down 7 times in various scenarios. Like
you get dunked.
Yeah, you're strapped in, and they got divers around you.
Yeah.
And I'll show you, I've got one on video where it went in and then turned upside down. And that water comes up fast. And after the 4th time, it's like, there's no more. I'm going to do this. The instructor was really cool, though. Talked me through it. I did the final 3, got certified for, whatever that's worth. But long way of saying, I got to take a bow to you kids and grownups for doing this. It's something I could never do, guaranteed. I don't think Dick could either.
Yeah, I could do it.
You got like you got like 0.8% body fat. You know, you can't grab
Yeah,
it
but I
anymore.
mean, I like to risk my life all the time, so it's okay. Is there
Okay,
a chance to die?
jaywalking does not count.
That's true. So, how long y'all guys got left till the end of the summer? What's going on at the pools? Can we tell anybody what's anything special going on? Y'all are just open normal hours, or
Well, I mean, so we have a week and a half left
Okay.
of our water park being open. So the water park that's there will actually be demolished at the end of the season. So we'll be open on the weekends through August, but for all week long, for a week and a half, we'll be open. And then we'll be weekends in August, Labor Day weekend, and then that will be it for that water park. And we're going to be building a new one.
Look at that.
But we'll be open all year long for adult lap swim, water aerobics, swim lessons, stuff like that.
Okay. Well, cool. And y'all have a big plans? Going back to school?
Yeah. Cool.
Staying out of trouble?
Not
All right.
big plans.
Okay. Well, thank y'all so much for coming in, and congratulations on y'all's success.
Is there a website or like a city website or page or something people can go to if they want to
So yeah,
join this crew?
the City of Conroe website. If
That's
you go
cityofconroe.org,
and
I
then
wanna go
Parks and
there.
Recreation, so everything about the aquatic center is there in that area. For the lifeguards, they were posted on the city. They were posted on the Facebook for the City of Conroe Parks and Recreation. So, and
Got
usually
it.
when we go to competitions, that's where we're going to post everything for the lifeguard comp.
Cool. We'll be sure to post the website on our page so people know to get there. I want to thank all you guys. I got Alyssa, Kyle, Race, Zach, Kayla, and Kevin. Did I miss it? Oh, yeah, and you, because she's all quiet over there. Just say something in the microphone just so people know you're here. Okay, I could have done that. This is the team, the Conroe Aquatic Center lifeguard team. Thanks so much for being here, guys.
Yeah,
we hope you had
guys,
fun.
yeah,
like we did.
congratulations again. Y'all should be very, very proud.
Thank you.
And folks, go swimming. You got a week and a half left. Is that what? Yeah, a week and a half left. Then it's gone. Well, then there's a new one gonna be built. So, but yeah, you're listening to Mornings to Lone Star, irlonestar.com, and Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1. We'll be right back. It's 9:55.
Conroe Coffee is a local coffee shop located in the heart of downtown Conroe at 206 North Main Street, Conroe, Texas. Conroe Coffee serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with other treats and coffee. For more information regarding store hours and delivery in downtown Conroe, Conroe Coffee is on Facebook or by telephone at 936-266-7632.
We would like to thank Conroe Coffee for being a supporter of Lone Star Community Radio and our morning sponsor with Mornings with Lone Star.
Our talk shows and music shows are looking for sponsors. Want to expand your brand awareness? Reach the hyper-local audience in Montgomery County? Lone Star Community Radio sponsorships accomplish this. Want to see our stats and rates? Check out irlonestar.com/sponsor for more information. Or call in and leave us a message at 936-647-3776 with your question. Get seen on TV or YouTube and heard on our podcast, FM, and internet radio. Sponsor your local radio station with Lone Star Community Radio.
Business office cleaning is available in the Montgomery County area from Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, with scheduled cleaning services such as floor care, window care, trash collection, restroom disinfection, and stair and elevator cleaning. Clean Sweep can service a business one time or on a regular schedule, with daily, weekly, and monthly options. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning can be found online at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or by calling 832-689-7996. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Take back your time and let us make your office shine. Mornings with Lone Star is sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
Are you interested in learning more about preparing quick, healthy, and safe meals for your family? Would you like to spend time with others learning tips and tricks, along with practicing and tasting nutritious food? If so, the On the Road to Healthy Living Mobile Cooking School is for you. Call Amy Ressler at Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service at 936-539-7825 to find a class near you or volunteer to host a class.
Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show. With monthly and weekly slots available on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the message line at 936-647-3776 to take your first step into the radio world.
Path to the Plate is a research-based education program that helps consumers understand how their food choices impact their health by making the connection to agriculture. Learning about how food is grown and produced, and how consumers can make better food choices for themselves and their families, Path to the Plate is all about dispelling myths and misconceptions. Find out more online at pathtotheplate.tamu.edu. We are Texas A&M AgriLife Extension, helping Texans make their lives better.
Listen in Mondays at noon to hear Conroe news from local nonprofits, businesses, upcoming events, Conroe Park events, news stories, and information that matters to you with your host, Margie Taylor of Taylorized PR. For more information about being a guest, visit irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture.
Don't miss Lone Star Community Radio on TV and YouTube. Our talk show and music shows are featured on Our City TV, Suddenlink Channel 12, and have their own YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe to keep up with posted shows and comment on them below the video.
What is homelessness? Have you seen parents struggle to find a job without having transportation or childcare? What about the children sleeping in cars with nothing to eat? Families shouldn't have to struggle to survive, and children should not be homeless. Family Promise of Montgomery County serves the needs of homeless families and their children. Learn about ways you can help and learn about partnership opportunities at www.familypromiseofmc.org or call our day center at 936-441-8778.
The Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service has been dedicated to educating Texans for over a century. In 1915, the Extension Program was established under the federal Smith-Lever Act to deliver university knowledge and agricultural research findings directly to the people. Ever since, AgriLife Extension programs have addressed the emerging issues of the day, serving diverse populations across the state. Texans turn to Extension for solutions in horticulture, agriculture, 4-H and youth, and family and consumer sciences. Extension agents respond not only with answers, but also with resources and services that result in significant returns on investment to boost the economy. Join us Fridays at 1 o'clock for the AgriLife Extension Hour.
Welcome back. 10:01 on the dot. Morning's
Hey-yo,
Lone Star with Dick
hey-yo.
and Skippy. We've been talking to the Conroe Aquatic Center, and of course, Alyssa forgot to give her mom a shout out. So Alyssa's mom, on behalf of Alyssa, Dick, and Skippy, send all their love.
Hey.
And we want to know what's for dinner. Let us know. Call us 936-647-3776. Let us know.
You know, I forgot to ask them if they have the eye contact confirmation. Like if someone is drowning, they go, "You got this," or like, "You got this." You want to get this?
Well, there were so many questions we didn't answer. I'd heard that in doing CPR, that in your head, you got to play Another One Bites the Dust. That's the perfect rhythm to do CPR. Bum, bum, bum.
Well, you know, it's even like, well, Holly was telling me the percentages of people actually being saved by CPR are so low.
Oh, I would presume it depends. Drowning CPR, I would say, would be a high success rate because you're trying to get the air, the water out of the lungs. Now, heart attack CPR is basically just to keep I think the breaths are more important to keep oxygen going to the brain until they can do something.
Well, I learned not to wear cotton in my pockets.
Yeah, so much for wearing tidy whities to the pool in Conroe. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, don't do that.
You're crushing my
Wear a bathing
vibe here.
suit. They didn't say anything about polyester.
They didn't say anything about Speedos.
Well, are those cotton?
No.
So yeah, you can wear whatever.
I can.
I always wondered that.
I'm gonna wear a pair of Speedos out there just to prove a point.
There you go. 10:03 Mornings Lone Star. That was a good interview. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, they were a lot of fun. Thanks, kids. If you're still listening, we appreciate you, and come back anytime. Let us know what's happening in the Conroe Aquatic Center.
Aquatic?
Yeah.
Aquatic Center?
The Aquatic Center.
That's great. All right. So let's move on.
Okay.
What's going on?
Well, actually, a lot of local stuff, and one kind of with I'll start off international because I can go to a local tie-in. The latest craze right now seems to be virtual reality arcades or buildings. There's a new one in the Woodlands where you go in, you pay your money, and you get 10 minutes or an hour or whatever of VR.
Of like anything? Is this like adult themed?
This is what I'm leaning towards. So the one that's like, the games, like the race car games or riding the roller coaster. But in Japan, the latest craze, I just say Japan and you know where I'm going with this, are porn booths. Virtual reality porn booths.
Oh man, why are we talking
where
about
for a mere 1,500 yen, well, maybe about
What's 1,500 yen?
But maybe like $15. Okay.
Google? Yeah, it's 13. Man, you knew that. That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Well, I lived in Japan, so I had the unfair advantage. But for an hour, so $15 for an hour in a VR booth designed for your erotic stimulation.
Is it something you did?
No, I read about it.
Okay.
It's just new. I haven't done it yet.
I was listening to a deal about VR, and they were saying the next move VR is going to do is certain locations are going to have their own hosts. So, for example, the Reliance Stadium will have its own VR subscription. So anything that goes on in Reliance Stadium, you can subscribe to that, and you can be at whatever concert, whatever football game, whatever special event, and you can be there.
Nice.
And then they're even talking about like smaller venues would be doing it. So for example, like the theaters in like the Owen Theater could do it.
This is getting very close to Star Trek when they said that TV eventually faded out as a form of entertainment for more holographic, virtual, interactive experience. I would think that the next phase here, and hold on, I'm going to, excuse me, I had to sneeze off the air there for a second. I think the next phase will be what they call 4D. And this happened to me at Disney World. I went to this great attraction at Disney World where it's like part Alien, the movie Alien, where you're in a space station and this alien's broken free. And it's virtual reality, but also they would do stuff like the lights would go out. You're in these special chairs and the speakers would have the alien running all around behind you. Then it would stop behind you. And they would have a little thing that would puff hot air on the back of your neck.
Yeah. I did that when I was about 8 years old.
But it stuck with you.
Oh no,
or the guy gets blooded out and the blood starts spitting and they throw warm water on you. That's 40. I think that'll be the next thing for these VR arcades or whatever.
I really think it has a place where if you want to go see the Newsies from CYT at the Crichton, they have a special thing where you can go in and get on your thing and watch it from like you do like third row up or something.
It could. Maybe not with live theater so much because one of the attractions of live theaters is there's nothing separating you from the action. There's no screen.
Yeah, but I mean, like that way you can reach a wider audience.
True, but virtual reality, one of the phases, the advantage of that is getting a 360 view. Well, you're sitting there, you don't want to look around.
Because I think there's also a movement for comedians to do that.
Now that I could see.
So, I'm saying, I think it can apply to any theater, not specific shows, but I'm saying it'd just be a theater thing. So like, oh, I want to know what's going on with the next show they're going to do. And you just log on and see it. Then you can watch it whenever you want. So if you miss the Newsies, which it premieres, I think, the 17th, you can watch it later. Which, I mean, I bet there's royalties and all that kind of, other stuff.
Right. Now, I think this weekend
you're too busy watching the naughty stuff. So we know.
Not yet, but I will. Hey, just because I had the information up here, first person to go on the air and let us know, not go on the air, but let us know how many U.S. presidents were once mayors. We'll give you a couple of tickets to this tribute to Conroe Music Fest. We're just desperately trying to get rid of a lot of tickets here.
That wasn't me passing wind. That was the tickets.
Yeah, blame the tickets, Dick.
Oh man, that's some funny stuff. But yeah, I think the VR thing has a future. I think especially for sports. Like I know the World Cup did a huge deal where you could actually subscribe to it and watch all the World Cup games in your VR headset and be like on the 50-yard line kind of thing.
Well, yeah, what they need is above the 50-yard line, a drone or a fixed somehow where you could fix a camera, 360 camera, and use that as your wow, I'm just thinking about that.
I told you there's a lot of possibilities there.
Now, just to let you know, at the Owen Theater tomorrow and Sunday only, there's going to be a special fundraising production of Driving Miss Daisy. And all the funds from this are going to go to improving the theater, you know, better lighting and stuff like that. It's really great. If you go to owentheater with an RE.com, there's only tomorrow at 2 p.m., tomorrow at 8 p.m., and then Sunday at 2 p.m. Cost the tickets only $24. And if you've never seen Driving Miss Daisy, you know, you got the movie with Morgan Freeman and Dan Aykroyd and Jessica Tandy. It's a 3-person play for the most part. And we got some great people. I think the original actors who did it before are reprising their roles. Art and Marion, I believe. And then Tim Eggert in it as well. Great actor. So that's happening this weekend.
Tim's a Monty winner, I think, isn't he?
Of course he is, because he's been in one of my productions.
Hey-o.
Hey-o.
We're going to take a break. It is 10:09. When we come back, local headlines. I know I've been kind of wanting to talk about some stuff, but, you know, I enjoyed the Baywatch interview we did with those lovely lifeguards. You know, that's one thing I got to say is a lifeguard position, like lifeguard's a job. Too many people don't really know what goes into it.
Right?
You think so?
No, I agree with you. I think what they have to, the training they have to go through is substantial that I could never do, because they have to be ready for all eventualities.
So bizarre. We'll be right back. You're listening to Mornings Lone Star, Mornings Lone Star at irlonestar.com. Brought to you by Conroe Coffee, Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. We'll be right back.
You are listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZWLP Conroe and 106.1 KZCCLP Conroe, and worldwide on irlonestar.com.
Business office cleaning is available in the Montgomery County area from Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, with scheduled cleaning services such as floor care, window care, trash collection, restroom disinfection, and stair and elevator cleaning. Clean Sweep can service a business one time or on a regular schedule, with daily, weekly, and monthly options. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning can be found online at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or by calling 832-689-7996. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Take back your time and let us make your office shine. Mornings with Lone Star is sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
Conroe Coffee is a local coffee shop located in the heart of downtown Conroe at 206 North Main Street, Conroe, Texas. Conroe Coffee serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with other treats and coffee. For more information regarding store hours and delivery in downtown Conroe, Conroe Coffee is on Facebook or by telephone at 936-266-7632.
We would like to thank Conroe Coffee for being a supporter of Lone Star Community Radio and our morning sponsor with Mornings with Lone Star.
Have a legal question? Are you a resident of Montgomery County? Call 281-645-6344 to talk to a volunteer attorney from the Woodlands Bar Association. We answer the phones on the first Monday of every month at 281-645-6344 from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. to provide general legal information and information about legal resources to Montgomery County residents.
For those of you who like your partners, your gumbo, and your music salty, well, we're here to help with the music. Julian Shea here, host of Lone Star Country Nights Thursday. your weekly dose of roots and Americana and all the music that makes this part of the country special. We stir in Western swing, honky-tonk, Zydeco, Texas blues, outlaw country, and put a pinch of red dirt, and then we smoke it over a slow fire. Then listen to the results Thursday nights on Conroe's 104.5 and 106.1 and worldwide at irlonestar.com.
Don't forget to download the Lone Star Community Radio app for your Google Play or Apple Store. Bring Montgomery County's community radio with you anywhere with your smartphone or tablet. If you are in the Conroe area, tune in on FM. That is Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1.
Hello. Welcome back, Mornings Lone Star.
Hey.
10:13 on a Friday morning.
Hey, you know what I found kind of funny? Apparently Amazon is doing its job in removing all Nazi symbols from products that's sold on Amazon. So if a product has a symbol, a Nazi symbol on it, then I found it funny because they have a whole TV series about that.
That's part of their logo. What is it? The man on the golden tower,
or
high tower, man, the high tower,
high castle.
High castle.
So I guess they don't have any promotional products for that show, do they? I mean,
not if they follow their own rules. But what if? And I'm not judging. I'm not asking to be judged on this. The collection of Nazi memorabilia is a thing. You know, people collect the old Sambo.
Wasn't it originally a Buddhist symbol?
Yeah. I think that was also like broken cross of their various apocryphal origins of it.
Some of the items are really weird. So, like, for example, don't ask me why, but a cross-burning baby onesie. Like, don't know why you want to sell that, but yeah, that's part of.
You know why someone would want to sell it? Because constitutionally they can.
And then other things like were just Nazi symbols. Like, there's a pendant you can buy. There is a Nazi style eagle that they use in a lot of their branding and things, but it's just the eagle. It's not actually the symbol.
I gotcha.
So, and then the SS skull that was on their whatever uniforms or whatever. But I mean, it's so bizarre to me. It's kind of like that. Remember that Walmart was get in trouble every once a month about
with their t-shirt.
Oh, we got slipped by our quality control.
Yeah, what was it?
Something about
rope tree journalists, some assembly required, and then there was the other one. Here's the thing about Amazon can ban whatever they darn well feel like.
Now I kind of want to buy these things and give them to people as gifts.
Oh Lord,
just to see like thanks, and then you write someone else's name like from their mom or something like that.
It's always that fine line. Well, with Amazon, of course they can ban whatever they darn well feel like because they're a private company. But I guess it'd be more of an eBay kind of thing because let's say there was a plate that Hitler ate off of that's got the Nazi symbol on it, or a Luger for a gun collector that's got the.
Well, I mean, Amazon doing that, they're just who cares? Someone else is going to post something else in like a week on Amazon that's going to be.
But you've got books. You've got.
Remember we were talking about? I think it was like 8 months ago. Talking about that circumcision kit you could buy.
Yes.
So I mean, like you can sell random things. Amazon's not going to know until some people make a stink about it, and which is fine.
But I guess now, did anyone make a stink about this, or are they just going to say, "Oh, there are Nazis in the White House, so we're going to ban all"?
No, I doubt that. You like to jump to that conclusion.
Well, no, I'm wondering why. Because think about the sheer number of World War II history books that on the cover have.
I'm adjusting my jeans. Okay?
I can tell if you're watching this on video, it's kind of scary. But
just getting comfortable for this deep conversation about that,
right? But they're World War II history books that will have the swastika.
A listener, Brett, goes, Iron Eagle was the symbol of the House of Hanover, and again, like I think the Buddhists got robbed in the end because. That Nazi symbol has been around for a long, long time, well before.
Well, something can be appropriated, and I'm not talking cultural appropriation. It's just it becomes a thing. In the old days, there were words that meant something gay and queer, for instance, and this is off the top of my head, meant something completely different than what they do now. They still mean the old things, but no one uses them nowadays anymore because they've been
because this is one of those things like say I was a Buddhist and I really like that Nazi symbol pendant. I really like that because it meant whatever. Let's see what it actually means.
The swastika?
The actual swastika symbol.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let you look it up on your browser history instead of me.
Oh no, we're already in trouble here.
Right.
At Lone Star Community Radio.
And see, and like I myself am in that awkward moment because I'm in a production.
Well, I feel sorry for the guy who wears it for the Buddhist reasons. They have to explain it. Oh no, that's it's not that. No. Let's see. I'm looking. Keep talking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm in a production of a very in your face show called Talk Radio. There's a movie version of it. Eric Bogosian. But in the play, someone sends a Nazi flag to a DJ.
It's a symbol of divinity and spirituality in the native European religions, Indian religions, Chinese religions, Mongolian, and Siberian shamanisms. Man, that'd be cool.
Wow. So Amazon may, I'm thinking a knee-jerk reaction to say, we're going to just blanket cut off anything that's got a swastika on it. Where we can't. Now, is it where they're not showing the product? That they're not showing the product, or they're not going to carry it?
They're banning it. They're not.
They're banning the product.
They're banning the product.
So if there's a World War II history book that happens to have a photo of Hitler on it who's wearing the swastika on his arm, they're going to ban this book.
Oh, no. I mean,
then
you're asking questions that I have no answers on, and the way I see it is somebody complained enough to they're like, oh, wait, we'll ban it. Because and this is something that I think Amazon did really poorly in the past, I think about 10 years, is when they had the Amazon third-party sellers and how they presented it on the website. Because there was a good amount of time, like my parents were confused when they were buying something. They didn't know they were buying it from a reseller. I think it's just the way it was, because Amazon, I think at one point always prioritized the cheapest price. So whoever's selling the cheapest, Amazon or Joe Schmo, if Joe Schmo was cheaper, that would be featured on it. And a lot of times, like, it just confuses them because it's like, why is this taking 2 weeks to get here, opposed to the Amazon whatever. But then again, like, there's no way they're gonna watch all the warehouse deals and all that stuff. There's no way, unless you use stupid keywords like Nazi.
But that's the thing. If they're saying we're gonna ban anything that's got a swastika on it, that's just a blanket knee jerk. That's as dumb to me as when Google added breast to the safe word. Because that cut out all instances of breast cancer. Or chicken breast recipes. Truly, you can't just pick a word and, regardless of context or anything, say we're gonna word or symbol and say we're gonna just ban this.
Yeah, there's some. What's interesting to me about it too, if you go on the history side of it, I'm looking at old pieces of jewelry, pots, and cave art that use the symbol. But now it'd just be like, you put that in a history thing, like they immediately say, "Oh, this is from 1940s, 1930s." Germany. So,
yep.
Yeah, I'm not really too worried about this though. I just found it funny that they have a whole show about it, and then it's like, oh, we can't sell our products. Our product. What do they call it? A franchise? Or man, I just went blank. What happens when they have Star Wars? They sell Star Wars toys, merchandise. So they can't do their merchandise anymore.
Nope. No more merch. No more Hitler merch.
That's too bad. They should sell Papa John's merch. I'm telling you, Mama John's is a real solution to that issue.
No, they're going to get Bo, man. They're going to promote him to CEO of the corporation or spokesman. Wouldn't you like to have there have been several company like presidents and spokespeople who've gotten busted. They should form like an evil league. You've got Jared from Subway. You got the dude you're getting Adele guy. Remember him? Because he got like his own TV show and stuff. Then he got caught for pot.
Oh,
They dumped him.
Yeah,
dude, you're getting Adele. So him. Who else has just been?
Well, I remember.
I
remember the Blues Clues guy, because there's so many Blues Clues. There's something like the theory was he did something perverted.
No, and he didn't.
You don't know which one, because I think there's like 2 or 3 Blues Clues.
No, there were 2. What it was Steve was the first one.
Yeah.
And his deal was he'd done it for several years. He was he was like a punk rock musician and kind of latched on the gig. Now, he loved the gig, but he's like, listen, I'm losing. Seriously, he was losing his hair very quickly. He's like, I don't want to be the bald guy on Blues Clues. I don't want to get back to music. So they spent a year finding his replacement. He vetted the replacement. I mean, he was very serious about this guy has to carry on the tradition. And that's when they brought in Joe Donovan.
There's actually, what's his name? Steve.
Yeah, and I know his name because I've talked about him a lot.
I would encourage
Steve Harris, I think.
You talked to him?
No, I talked about him a lot.
Have you seen his stand-up stuff?
Yeah.
And the story he told? Have you heard the story?
With the Blues Clues?
About the Playmate?
No, I missed that one.
So he did this. There was a series that was basically like C+ actors, and they tell their stories of when they're 15 minutes of fame and what happened, like what crazy stories. And he told a really surreal story. And this is when I started seeing who his character was, if it's a true story. Basically, this is like right when Blue's Clues was at the height. So he was recognized everywhere he went. And he moved to California, I think it was.
Mhm.
And he said that one of his neighbors was a playmate. And they became like just neighbors, and she came over one day and said like, hey, one of my friends is having a Blue's Clues party and I want to impress them by having you come over. And he's like, oh, cool. Like this, like maybe I get to get to know her more and all stuff. And then they went on a date afterwards. And then he said, it's just like, it became like she only liked me because I was Blue's Clues. And I felt disgusted with myself because of what I could do. Like he said, like, I'd never been in that situation. Like just because of who I am, I could do things to people that would normally seem as, wrong or morally questionable and stuff like that. So he said, like, and I told her, one night it was getting heavy and then I just couldn't do it anymore. So I just apologized to her and, we just went our separate ways and he moved out. He moved.
Oh, that sounds like him. He was a cool guy and did it right. And because my daughter was Blue's Clues age for that. And I remember watching the special 3-part episode that they did during the early evening. So all the families could be there together, where he goes off to college, but his brother comes in to take over to house sit for him while he's in college. And that's when they turned over
Blue's
to Joe.
Clues still going on?
No, it's long gone. But it was a great show, for what it's worth. And to this day, I go, "Brr, brr." What is that?
Isn't that Crosby Nash song? For what it's worth.
Oh,
I don't know. I just felt like when he said that, I thought, I don't know.
10:24 on a Friday morning. We're gonna go into break. Come out of break with our
here's
final
the
half
tease.
hour.
And let's see your English, because I didn't know this. I don't know if I'm even pronouncing it correctly. Septuagenarian.
Septuagenarian.
What is that?
70-year-old.
Okay.
Someone in their 70s.
However, he told the police he hit the younger septuagenarian because he's an idiot. That's a story.
2 men in their 70s going for it.
That's
gonna
literally
be me and Brett one day. I'm telling you.
We'll be right back. You're listening to Mornings Lone Star here on irlonestar.com. Montgomery County's community radio station, Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1. And of course, we're on Facebook Live, YouTube Live. It's 9:25. We're going to take a quick break.
Our talk shows and music shows are looking for sponsors. Want to expand your brand awareness? Reach the hyper-local audience in Montgomery County? Lone Star Community Radio sponsorships accomplish this. Want to see our stats and rates? Check out irlonestar.com/sponsor for more information. Or call in and leave us a message at 936-647-3776.
Business office cleaning is available in the Montgomery County area from Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, with scheduled cleaning services such as floor care, window care, trash collection, restroom disinfection, and stair and elevator cleaning. Clean Sweep can service a business one time or on a regular schedule, with daily, weekly, and monthly options. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning can be found online at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or by calling 832-689-7996. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Take back your time and let us make your office shine. Mornings with Lone Star is sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
Conroe Coffee is a local coffee shop located in the heart of downtown Conroe at 206 North Main Street, Conroe, Texas. Conroe Coffee serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with other treats and coffee. For more information regarding store hours and delivery in downtown Conroe, Conroe Coffee is on Facebook or by telephone at 936-266-7632.
We would like to thank Conroe Coffee for being a supporter of Lone Star Community Radio and our morning sponsor with Mornings with Lone Star.
Hey, Montgomery County and online listeners. Thank you so very much for checking out Jazzy Vibes with Soul. What? You haven't done so yet? Well, you've got to tune in. Hi, I am the host of Jazzy Vibes with Soul, Miss CeCe Holmes, and I invite you to check us out every Friday and Saturday from 7 until 9 p.m., where you will get the best in old school R&B and, of course, a little smooth jazz to make it jazzy. So tune in. That's right, tune in every Friday and Saturday right here on Conroe's 104.5 and 106.1 FM, or worldwide at irlongstar.com.
We have the safest food supply in the world. Strict laws and regulations restrict the usage of hormones, antibiotics, and pesticides within our food supply. Production agriculture practices and technologies such as the use of GMOs, which is not any more or less risky than conventional crop production, has allowed American farmers to produce more food on less acres in environmentally sound ways. Find out more online at pathtotheplate.tamu.edu. We are Texas A&M AgriLife Extension, helping Texans make lives better.
Welcome back, Mornings Lone Star. Broadcasting live on Facebook, YouTube, all that good stuff. Having a good time today. It is Friday. We're going to miss everybody for the week. It's 10:28. We're going to do some local news and reports here with Sean, our local news reporter. So, Buffalo Springfield. Thank you, Brett. I was right. I knew there was a song by that title. I don't know why I thought of it. I do have a record from Buffalo Springfield. That's probably why. Okay. All right. So, local news.
Local news.
Tell me about it.
Local weather, 86 degrees, going up another 9 degrees today. Some storms tomorrow, cloudy storms next week. But general cooling trend, such as it is.
I'm not seeing any traffic either, so school hasn't started, clearly.
Right now, but do be prepared, because I think in a week and a half, that's when school starts, a couple of weeks. And it's going, watch out for the kiddos and be aware of school zone laws. Don't use your cell phone and don't speed.
What do you, I know you're not an officer, but what is the law like? For example, right now, for Holly's birthday, we hosted at my parents' house, and they had the flashing lights on for the school zone. I'm like, there's no way school's going on right now.
You still have to follow, legally, you have to follow the lights, because it could be a special session.
Okay.
Summer school, something like that. It's always good to err on the side of caution.
Okay. I will allow that.
Well, I actually got that from a Montgomery County constable.
I gotta believe you know those people. Local news.
Well, speaking of constables, so the Texas Commission on Law Enforcement is investigating, opening investigation onto Precinct 4 Constable Rowdy Hayden and his Chief Deputy Barry Welch.
Hold on, say this. Slow down.
Okay.
I thought he was sheriff. Oh, Rodney Hayden. That's over your East County.
Rowdy,
Yeah. Okay. So.
Yeah, Precinct 4. So that's Woodlands area. Rowdy Hayden and his Chief Deputy Barry Welch. There's an investigation on them from the Texas Commission on Law Enforcement on alleged training violations. And from what I can gather, mainly paperwork related. So I don't think it's like a smoking gun thing.
Man.
But
not saying I wish that on those kind of people.
No, not at all. I respect law enforcement.
Is this like an ethics violation kind of thing?
Well, I don't think it's quite ethics.
I'm a concerned citizen.
It's when they say training violations, I don't think that falls under ethics. Training violation could be, this guy got passed even though he didn't run the obstacle course in time, or they were given the wrong paperwork or the wrong test or something. So details are sketchy, but just want to put it out there and hope all goes well. Now, also with local law enforcement, tomorrow at Pacific Yard House, just a block away, tomorrow morning from 9 to 11 will be the Thin Blue Line Breakfast, benefiting or hosted by Montgomery County Law Enforcement Agency. And this is where scholarships that have been awarded, the scholarship winners will be highlighted. A great networking event. And when you want to throw your hat behind the local law enforcement, which I do, definitely want to go there. So Pacific Yard House tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock. Be there or be square. So we have those two. For non-law enforcement, Gullo Ford up here in Conroe. And on behalf of the Military Warriors Support Foundation, have awarded a new SUV to Army Sergeant Robert Bonner. He was selected. Robert is a veteran, in battle, lost a leg. And so on behalf of the Military Warriors Support Foundation, Gullo Ford, along with the Wells Fargo Bank of North Houston, How finance have given him a new SUV for him to get around. And so yay for them on that one. And Interfaith with the Woodlands. Every year, they announce their hometown heroes. These are individuals and organizations worthy of.
You made the list?
I did not.
Man, you're my hero, though.
Oh, I'm blushing all over. But before the visual sets in, I'll let you know that the hometown heroes for this year.
Thank you for that image.
Include Robert Heineman, Steve Leakey, Dr. Joel Reed, Patty Ravella, Bryn Ballard Huntsman, and Peter Huntsman. The company that's been awarded a hometown hero recognition is Entergy, and then the nonprofit that's been recognized has been the Junior League branch, the Woodlands branch of Junior League. So congratulations to all those hometown heroes, and there will be proper recognition of them later on. And finally, locally, not such good news. At the Exxon on North Park Boulevard in Kingwood, cops have found some credit card skimmers. Those things that people have been putting on.
That's definitely a fear of mine every time I get gas.
It's becoming more.
And what's funny is, like, I don't even know how to properly search for that. I just go like this. I go like that. Like, all right, seems like it's part of it.
I figure when in doubt, just go inside and give it to them directly. Say, I need $20 whatever.
That much.
So those are the local headlines, the hyper local ones. What else do we got? We were talking about our two old men.
Yeah, I wanted to follow up with that. So apparently, 2 senior citizens in South Carolina got in a fight at a Costco because this is actually. I wish they would do a little more timeline because, according to the police, there was a 70-year-old man who was standing in line for a free piece of cheese, of course, at Costco. And a man cut in front of him, another 70-ish old man cut in front of him, took the cheese and walked off. And he thought that was kind of rude. And then, of course, the same 70-year-old man was in line for his cheeseburger sample.
The one who'd been blocked for the cheese.
Okay. And then he saw the man approaching and he made a comment to this man. He said, "Hey, you can get in front of me." Quote, you can get in front of me because I knew you were just going to cut in line anyway. And the older gentleman, 72-year-old, called him a jerk and just clocked him. And yeah, there was a fight.
Do you think they're old friends and there's the setup? You know,
I don't know.
Get on the news.
I feel like this is one of those Costco employees going like, man, I'm glad I'm getting paid somewhat to be here.
Clean up on aisle 6.
Because how do you stop? Like, I can understand, like, because I remember being at Kroger and they specifically told us, like, to not touch people. So it's like, for example, one time this dude filled up his cart full of beer, just ran out. And, like, we were not allowed to touch him. And I was like, we were congratulated because we didn't touch him.
Hey, all beer thieves out there, listen up.
Well, they might have changed their policies since last time I was there. And I always thought that was really funny because, like, I go, so what are we supposed to do? It's like, oh, well, we have footage of them. So when they come back into the store, I'm like, oh, because we actively have somebody looking at people's faces when they come back into the store. But anyway, like, how do you think the employees are told to handle a fight like this?
Especially two
like older children,
septuagenarians.
like, you could absolutely hurt them. I mean, I know that sounds mean, but like, if I try to stop the altercation,
you could unfortunately break a bone or something.
So how do you think how do you think the official policy is to not? Hey guys, stop doing that.
Stop or I'll blow my whistle.
Do you get the hose out?
I was thinking about the hose, but you better hope that both the guys were white because there's just a stigma on hosing down a black person.
That's true.
So you don't want to do that. Air horn.
Would they have hearing aids on? They forgot the hearing aid. Yes, I don't know.
Well, there weren't the hearing aids, and the air horn really hurt.
Jerk.
I'd love to have been the third person in line for that, just watching this go down.
Maybe the cheeseburger lady or man who's serving the samples. Whoa.
Yeah, they're third-party vendors, right?
Well, I mean, if it was, are they? I don't know.
I think there's some companies like go out to various. Because I went to an HEB and they had one. And I was asking like what aisle this was in. They're like, I don't know. I don't work here.
Well, I've seen HEB do both. Like, I think it was alcohol sales. It was a rep, but then when it was like, hey, try this combination of food, you can get it over here.
Well, it makes sense because to give out the little like wine samples, you have to be TABC certified. I would believe.
Okay. But yeah, no, I don't know how. How would you officially stop a fight?
Throw some Luby's coupons on the floor nearby.
Yeah. Well, Brett thinks you just get on the phone, call police, and try to keep spectators back. I mean, that's logical.
Yeah,
right?
if you want to do it the right way, sure. Yeah. The boring way.
But I don't want to be cleaning up blood. That's not something.
Well, they're old men, and unless they're wearing Depends, then there's gonna be other things you're gonna be cleaning
That's
up
true,
too.
man. That'd be a kind of exciting day. Can you imagine that being your dad, or like your grandfather, or your dad? Like you get a phone call, yeah, we had to arrest your dad.
Dude, in 6 months it's gonna be me.
I'm not gonna lie, that's one of the scariest thoughts of growing old or being in care of somebody growing old, because it's just like one day. Because my grandmother had Alzheimer's, and it was just like one day she had it, and I know there was like she's been diagnosed, but I'm talking about like the reality switch turning, and it's just like that is the scariest thing to me, because that could be happening when you're driving or when you're walking around like a grocery store like this. Like that's probably the biggest fear I have of myself, of being out and about, and then one day, boom, I don't know who I am. I don't know what's going on.
It is from my experience a little bit more gradual. I remember the time that my dad went out for a walk and just got lost.
Well, but I'm saying like but that's
all
the
cops.
first phone call. You know, it's like, oh hey, we found your mom, and like that's strange. Was she okay? And she's like, well, she didn't, because I imagine. Because there's that one public example, I mean, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I know it's gradual, and I might be a good liar to myself and other people, but then there's that one moment where it's not good for like for public safety reasons.
Right. And there was a point with my dad where we just had to take his car keys away from him.
Yeah.
And that was, I think that would be the big litmus test there. It's if they're safe to drive anymore.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, that would be the big one.
But the Costco people, man, dealing with that stuff.
I want to go to Costco now up the street or down the street from here, I guess.
Well, they got samples, dude.
That's the only reason I go. It's like hit the mall, just hit the food court, just take it in a clockwise direction, then pause and hit counterclockwise.
I figured you'd like that story, though.
I love that story.
And they use that big word. What was that word?
Septuagenarian.
Septuagenarian.
Know it, love it, be
That's
it.
what the fighter guy said. He said he didn't like him because he thought he was threatening. That's
Septuagenarian.
Any word that has more than 3 syllables, I'm going to have a hard time.
Any polysyllabic words?
Yeah,
just
I'm not doing it.
confound.
Not doing it. That's
Okay.
especially when I was like in 3rd grade. We're learning. I was like, nope, I don't need to know this stuff.
Dick can speak. See Dick run.
You're listening to Mornings with Lone Star here on irlonestar.com. It is 10:39. We'll be right back here.
Conroe Coffee is a local coffee shop located in the heart of downtown Conroe at 206 North Main Street, Conroe, Texas. Conroe Coffee serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with other treats and coffee. For more information regarding store hours and delivery in downtown Conroe, Conroe Coffee is on Facebook or by telephone at 936-266-7632.
We would like to thank Conroe Coffee for being a supporter of Lone Star Community Radio and our morning sponsor with Mornings with Lone Star.
Business office cleaning is available in the Montgomery County area from Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, with scheduled cleaning services such as floor care, window care, trash collection, restroom disinfection, and stair and elevator cleaning. Clean Sweep can service a business one time or on a regular schedule, with daily, weekly, and monthly options. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning can be found online at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or by calling 832-689-7996. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Take back your time and let us make your office shine. Mornings with Lone Star is sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
Don't forget to download the Lone Star Community Radio app from your Google Play or Apple Store. Bring Montgomery County's community radio with you anywhere with your smartphone or tablet. If you are in the Conroe area, tune in on FM. That's Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1. If you are on the computer, bookmark irlonestar.com as your internet radio station. A Lone Star Community Radio. Broadcasting 24/7 from the heart of downtown Conroe, Texas.
Does volunteering at a nonprofit horse sanctuary sound wonderful? Or are you a veteran or a veteran spouse and think trying a peer group session through a local Horses and Heroes equine program might be worth trying? Henry's Home Horse and Human Sanctuary, located in Grand Central Park by appointment only, is home to a growing number of rescued and donated horses. Visit our website at henryshomehorsesanctuary.org or check out our Facebook at Henry's Home Horse and Human Sanctuary for more information.
A Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show with monthly and weekly slots available on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776 to take your first step into the radio world.
From the beginning, the main purpose of the Cooperative Extension Service has been to change human behavior by teaching people how to apply the results of scientific research. By utilizing a holistic, multi-level approach, Extension family and community health programs encourage health and well-being for everyone. Addressing values, concerns, and needs with reliable science-based information, Extension programs help people lead healthier lives. We are Texas A&M AgriLife Extension, helping Texans make their lives better.
Remember to download the Lone Star Community Radio app from your Google Play Apple Store. Bring Montgomery County's community radio with you anywhere with your smartphone or tablet. If you are in the Conroe area, tune in on FM 104.5, 106.1. If you are on your computer, bookmark irlonestar.com as your internet radio station. Lone Star Community Radio, broadcasting 24/7 from the heart of downtown Conroe, Texas.
Is there someone you know who is hooked on vintage aircraft? Follow the Commemorative Air Force and its fleet of World War II planes, including the mighty B-17 Flying Fortress Texas Raiders, which is based in Conroe, Texas. Texas Raiders tours locally and all around the United States, offering the public a chance to put their hands on aviation history. What could be a more perfect gift than a flight on a historic B-17? Taking to the sky on the iconic bomber is an experience that will never be forgotten. For the touring schedule, reservations, or more information, go to b17texasraiders.org or call 855-FLY-A-B-17.
Welcome back. Mornings with Lone Star, Dick and Skippy, 10:44 on the dot on a Friday morning. You know we're live because we make this stuff up as we go along. It is 80-something degrees outside. Give me 4 seconds, and I'll tell you it's 86 degrees, going up to 95 today. Sunshiny all day, moon shiny all night. Storms tomorrow. 87 is our high. Anything on the traffic?
No traffic.
Whoa.
I know. I'm telling you, it's really bizarre that there's nothing going on. That's wrong.
Dude. Hey, listen, I got to tell you. So the other night, I was channel surfing, and I caught the roast of Bruce Willis.
Yeah, you talked about that yesterday.
You gotta watch it. It was so funny. And it was a roast well done for the most part, except for Dennis Rodman. He didn't know how to roast.
Yeah.
If you're watching us on YouTube Live or Facebook Live, you see that someone else in the studio here. We have a special guest.
Oh, man.
Popped in. We got a few minutes to go. We told him to grab his headset. We got Baron Dan Jackson here. How are you, sir?
Top of the morning to you.
Top of the morning to you. So
Baron is such a cool first name. I'm just going to let you know. Is that your real first name?
No, actually, it's an honorary title that was given to me by the English government. My ancestry sat in the House of Lords, and I was given the title. I did some historical work for the Imperial War Museum.
Okay.
And they traced it back. A friend of mine over in England, and come to find out, I had these ancestors. So
that's really cool.
Yeah, I was given that title in there. Had to go through a bunch of paperwork and things like that. So I'm an honorary baron with Her Majesty's government.
awesome. He's also a great local actor. He's been in at least one show that I've done. We did Comedy of Errors, and he was awesome. He played one of the Aeschyluses.
Yes, indeed.
I think that was a lot of fun. But he's also a film actor. Now, I know you do reenactments, like World War II reenactments, or was it called Living History now? Is that what
Living
it's called?
History, yes.
Okay. But you just got back from New Mexico.
Yes.
And you were doing a film there. Tell us about it.
It's March on Rome, and we do it at Fort Stanton, which is an old historical site. World War II, it actually was an internment camp before the war and during the war there. So we reenact the Italian campaign, and I know you find it hard to believe, but ich bin ein deutscher Soldat in der deutschen Wehrmacht. So I do the German side.
Gesundheit.
Yeah. And we do a battle there. We have a lot of veterans. They're dying off, but they come and watch it. And It was filmed, so I spent about a week out there doing film production.
Mhm.
That it's great doing that.
I bet.
Yeah, it's we do it for the most part to keep the living history alive. I've done other movies. Missing Jane was another World War II film I did, and also I was an extra many years ago in a movie that was Red Dawn. So with Patrick Swayze.
Oh, the original.
Yes, the original one. Yeah,
The only one.
Yes, absolutely. So that's how I got kind of started in on that.
Baron, let me ask you, because, being an historian and a reenactor, or living historian, I guess, and, obviously I don't want to say represent, when you reenact or something, it's the German side, the Nazi side. Now, from an entertainment, like film entertainment thing, that's been since the 60s. We've had World War II movies and stuff. But nowadays, how are you finding, is there a perception shift on you, like you're a Nazi yourself, or even daring to wear an SS uniform? Or
it's strange. Not really. The veterans come up and they say, "Thank you for keeping this part of my history alive." I have had some comments that weren't so good, but I find that these people really don't know their history. So we represent keeping that the greatest generation alive and going. Their sacrifice and what they did should never, ever be forgotten. And it's kind of like when we were kids, we did cowboys and Indians. Well, someone's got to wear the feather, okay? And that's me. So that's what we do.
Now, I'm sure you were tuned in earlier, but Dick and I were talking about how Amazon is banning products that have Nazi representation on them, swastikas, the Iron Eagle. Yes, no, maybe. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, it's a shame because, freedom of speech and freedom of expression, everyone has the right to be offended. We don't tolerate period politics, and we make that very clear.
Oh, I love the phrasing of that.
Yes, we represent the fighting men and women and of all countries and the ultimate sacrifice they made. So it's a shame because once you start down that slippery slope of trying to keep someone, not being offended, it tends to backfire on you. Where does it stop? Censorship is never a good thing, and it doesn't matter what it is. If you don't like what the channel is on TV, you turn it. You turn it off. So we should have that freedom and right to look and see certain things. I don't think anyone's health has ever been offended by looking at the German or the Japanese or those type of things. That was a horrible time. I mean, and there were atrocities committed. And if we ever forget that, we're doomed to repeat it again. So
good answer on that one.
Well, thank you.
No, Baron, I've seen you do a lot of reenactments and things like that. Is there anything locally going on that people could come check you out or check out what you're doing? Or
we're going to be doing Wings Over Houston. I sit on the board of directors with a 6 Cav. We do World War II. This year at Wings Over Houston Air Show, the Blue Angels will be flying. We're going to be doing Tora, the Japanese bombing of Pearl Harbor. We do a World War II display out there, and we love to have the public out and ask questions about the equipment. It's really the best living history that you can possibly see. It's up close, and we love interacting with the crowd on that. In November, we're traveling up to Waxahachie, and we do the World War II weekend up there, and we do a big show battle, and a lot of veterans come in. In March, it's the Museum of the American GI. They actually bus in school kids, and they take them around station to station, and we teach them what took place during the Second World War. So those are some of the events coming up.
Not only does it sound fun and educational, but I think vital to preserve the history because, as you said, we're just doomed to repeat if we forget about it.
Absolutely.
And I feel every time a statue is torn down or a book is removed from a syllabus because it offends, it's a bad thing.
Well, and the thing about it is, you look at what the Germans did from 1933 on with the book burning because they were offended, and the way that art and theater and radio was restricted. You could not say certain things because that would offend people. So, our ancestors, our grandfathers, they fought against that. And so we could sit and have this conversation right now.
Awesome choice. Now, tell me more about A March on Rome. Are we going to see it on like HBO or in the cinemas?
You'll see parts
YouTube?
of it. YouTube will be coming out. The thing is that these are private movie productions that are formulated. It takes a while to put them together. Whenever we were doing Missing Jane, it was 2 years in production before it ever went out and went to the Cannes Film Festival, which it actually placed very highly in that.
Awesome. Well, people, if you've been tuning in later, missed the first part, we've been talking with Baron Dan Jackson, local historian, living historian, reenactor, actor, producer.
Not a producer yet. Not a producer yet.
But someone who, is not afraid to keep history alive by showing all sides of it. And we really appreciate you popping in the studio.
Yeah, it was a nice surprise. Nice surprise.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me here, and love to come back. And
for sure.
Now, are you doing something next door?
Yes. Oh, I'm so excited about that. We're doing Sondheim's production of Into the Woods. It is a fantastic musical. There's a tremendous amount of talent out there. I am very happy to be associated with the Crichton Theater, and I've done this before. We did it in Baytown. I was the AD for that. So this is my chance to be on stage, small part, but I love being part of that production. And for those of you listening out there, if you really want to see something that is fantastic, right here in Conroe, this is where it's happening right now. Make sure you mark it on your calendar because it's going to be hot.
Stay tuned to us. We'll follow it up with Into the Woods at the Crichton Theater. It's where it's all the fairy tale characters share the same stage.
Well, we got to go.
Bye.
We got to sign out, folks. You listen to Lone Star Community Radio, Mornings with Lone Star. Next week, we got a full lineup. So we definitely have a show on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for you. We're going to be maybe doing root beer floats.
Yeah.
From Root Beer Distributing Company, going to be in the studio. And then we got American Stand United. We also have the Democratic County Judge, person who's running for the Democrat side, Jay Stillberg, will be in the studio. So if you have questions for him on Wednesday. And we have many more guests. Kristen Bay is coming back to us on Friday, next Friday, all that stuff. You are listening to Lone Star Community Radio. We are Montgomery County's community radio station. Today's show is brought to you by Conroe Coffee and Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Enjoy your weekend, and we got more stuff coming your way here on Lone Star Community Radio, and be safe.
You got it. Bye. Bye.